Well, hello, Robert Heffernan with EndoTech. This is Market Vitals. We do this every day to talk about tradable assets. Everything's a tradable asset, or will be in the future, as the Internet of Things gets rolling, and we can put a digital signature on any asset. That's what the blockchain aims to do, but we're not quite there yet. Let's do the rounds and talk about what I'm seeing here. Maybe a headline, maybe a tweet. Doing the rounds, my chance to talk a little bit. And right now, it's not one headline; it's a bunch of headlines. And this is from these headlines pulled from MarketWatch.com, MarketWatch.com, and none of them particularly intriguing for the longer-term bulls in the equity markets. And on Mondays, I'll be covering equity markets here in the U.S. of A. But, you know, if you're looking at the Fed, FOMC meets, and Wednesday will be an announcement on rates here. And everybody was looking for, from the last discussions from Powell, that the Fed may ease. And if they don't ease, I got to tell you that we rallied about 100 handles here on those words out of Powell's mouth. Anyway, let's see what happens Wednesday. No one signs home prices could be rolling over. The next financial crisis, warns Rubini. And you know what? I didn't even click on that one because I think that guy... let's just say I'm not a fan, all right? And then the Empire State Manufacturing Index posts the largest ever drop into negative territory in June. So seems to me the economy is screeching on the brakes. The yield curve surely is indicating that. Is the Fed behind the curve? We'll find out on Wednesday. Meanwhile, let's take the vitals and talk price action. Taking the vitals, my chance to actually talk about price discovery. And I'm going to cover crypto too, but we'll start off with the SPOOs. And the SPOOs right now trading $28.90. Now, unable to hold that up momentum level, $28.93.60 today. And, a lot of people sitting on their hands here, not able to run at last week's high, really. And for me, just the news, although it has not portrayed itself in the actual trading or price discovery yet, for me, I'm short, and I've been short for a while. I've been underwater for a while here. I know where I'm wrong, right? And that's at the weekly up momentum level, and coming in at 29.17 this week, up from 29.09 last week. And it's for me, it's just a hard line in the sand, all right? If we go back into upmo on the weekly, there's no chance I can be long this thing. Maybe there's a melt up. Maybe the Fed eases and eases more aggressively than people are looking for. At some point, they're easing if the economy is really in poor shape. And sooner or later, that has to play out in the price discovery. My point here is that I will not wait for it to play out, because maybe it plays out from 3,000 in the S&Ps, and I'm not going to be short the whole way up. Never fight the momentum, all right? It's a real simple rule. Mind the mo. If you do that, you will not be in trouble. Believe me, you can't be in trouble long term if you're minding the mo. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing here in the SPOOs. I am short, patiently short, and if we trade and spend any time above 29.17, that weekly up momentum level, I'm out. That's all there is to it. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Let's talk some Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, what a move starting Friday afternoon. And right now, currently, hold on a second, Bitcoin trading 29.72 at Bitfinex. And I wanted to talk to weekly here also, because now we're getting to the point where this weekly momentum level is chased enough. And how about this? It's still $1,000 basically lower than here. It comes in at 84.32, all right, 800 lower from where we are now. And so that's the up momentum on the weekly in Bitcoin, 84.3220 to be exact. And now room on the weekly to 11,751.60 to be exact again. And for me, that 11,000 level, 750 level, very important because you go back to 3 weekly highs back when they first demolished this thing in the beginning of 2018. And then at the end of February and March, they made a comeback here. And guess where they stalled out pretty much 3 weeks in a row, right around that 11,700 level. So not only are you going to be retesting on an explosive rally to that area, retesting those 3 weekly highs, but you'll also be into the collar if it happens this week at 11,751.60. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Not really able to extend terribly much higher. They got to around 9,400. Let's give you the actual high on Bitfinex, 94.20, currently 92.72. And just to see the amount of potentiality baked into this market now on the weekly, we can break to that 84.32 level, and we're just testing the up momentum level on the weekly. So I am mildly long here as we went back into upmo. Those levels we talked about last week, the 8,300 level, and then the 2-day momentum level was more like 8,450, 8,500. So we've made a move from there, and a lot of potential here still on the upside. I will say this, that the monthly up momentum level is a little bit lower than that, 10,817, as you remember, or 819, 10,819 is the monthly up momentum collar. So there will be some headwinds there to get through on that longer term fractal. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. It really hasn't rolled over on the daily. If you look right now, the daily upmo level is at 85.32, and that collar level on the daily, 94.02, pretty much right where they corralled this market. And so that's what I'm seeing in Bitcoin. All right, I am going to. Am I going to do that? Hold on one second. I gotta think through technology. No, I'm not gonna. You know what? You're gonna get a bonus here. Streaming live on Periscope. I'm going to give you the weekly levels in the top 5 here that we cover on the Blockchain Vital sheet. So Ethereum right now trading 273.14 at Bitfinex. Its upmo level 354.33. Excuse me, 254.33 upmo on the weekly. Room to 346.49. XRP trading 42.88 last. It's upmo on the weekly, 41.52. Room to 51.01. Upmo collar on that weekly level. Litecoin trading 134.28. It's up momentum level on the weekly, 116.47. Upmo collar on the weekly, 159.40. And last but not least, top 5, EOS trading 708 last, 708. It's upmo 687 on the weekly collar up at 885 and fully rounding here in EOS. And Bitcoin just has been the star of the show. So as you can see, as I just mentioned, these momentum levels, a lot of these other coins much closer to their up momentum levels for a test on the weekly than Bitcoin is. And so we shall see. Please mind the mo. All right, thank you so much for watching. We have a full Blockchain Vitals sheet on the top, 12, 16 coins available at the site. You need to go to EndoTech.io and subscribe to partake in all of the actionable content available on the site. So please do that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for another segment of Market Vitals. And tomorrow we will be talking ags instead of spoos. I'll give you some weekly ideas on that. Again, thank you so much for watching. Mind the mo.